What is up? I am super excited for this one. Um, Bringing to you my man, Silent Mike, Mike Farr, the man, the myth, the legend. A lot of legend, a lot of myth, a lot of man, but he's just a straight up just cool cat. Um, Dude, we got to chat about everything from a little bit of the old school super training days to his new ventures and stuff with Omar to just hooping, to our love for shoes, his link up with Reebok, how we love dancing. Man, we talked about a lot of stuff. A lot of people, and just Mike's one of the people out there that's really get it. He's a huge influencer in the fitness world, in the powerlifting world, and just in the lifting world in general, and just honestly one of the coolest dudes, man. Like from day one, dude, he's just been a super cool cat, man. So I was really excited, man, when he allowed me to kind of chat it up with him and everything. So I think you guys will really like this one. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. This is the corner of the circle. All right, yeah, we're on it. We're on it. We're live.
We're live.
We're live. We're living it. All right, man. Listen, you know what? I don't even know how to intro this dude. Other than, I mean, it is what it is. Everyone knows Silent Mike. Freaking, he's stylish. You know what I mean? He's got dance moves. You know what I mean? I'm assuming he was. You know what I mean? He does it all, man. I appreciate you being on. It really does mean a lot. Very seldom can I get somebody that's twice as busy as I am to sit still long enough to chop it up with me. So I do really appreciate this, man. How you doing?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm straight. Like I said, just living this life, trying to pretend like I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason to complain, but I just complain for practice. So, man, honestly, like I said, like I was telling you earlier, people just, they want to know, your story. Not necessarily the social media dude, not the social media guru, but they just want to know, like me, I just want to know what's going on. Like, I mean, what's my reason to fanboy? That's my that's my thing. But yeah, man, like you kind of give me a little bit of your background, like like where you're from, all that good stuff, and I mean, I'm sure it'll just kind of fly from there.
Yeah, man. Basically, grew up in Sacramento, California. Still here now. Big basketball guy.
Yeah.
That's where you and I chat all the time.
Oh,
Hip
yeah.
hop and sneakers and all that. That's just a little bit of the culture I grew up in.
Right.
That's kind of why I love basketball. It's like other sports kind of have a culture, but not really. Like
they really don't.
Kind of, but it's so separate.
Yeah.
Where basketball, it's written.
It's kind of like
you buy Jordans. That's it. You got to look good.
You buy Jordans or Iversons, one of the two.
Dude, Iversons were my first pair of expensive sneakers. I remember third grade. My dad finally was like, "All right, you can spend $100 on some sneakers." I was like, maybe fourth grade.
My first ones, like I was that kid. Like I practiced in Iversons, but I played in Jordans. You know what I mean? Like because I mean, I'm older, so like back in the day, like the only colorways they only had Iversons in a couple of colorways when they first came out. You know what I mean? So I never really wanted to mess them up, but honestly that was the first shoe that I ever doubled up on. Like I had a pair that I wore in school, and I had a pair that I practiced in. But Jordans.
Questions?
Yeah. I couldn't. I never really got into the answers.
I had
tried.
The very first answers.
Like
that's what I played in.
Oh, you played in the answers? Yeah, I love the questions, Matt. Dude, this is so crazy. My boy, this is how I'm gonna tell you how I don't even think we were ghetto. I just think we were just like we were like this low key, just like we were just hood about it. When my boy got married, all of us, groomsmen, everybody, everyone wore answers. I mean, we all wore questions. You know what I mean? Like touched up with the Reeboks on. I forgot about that too. Yeah, man. Freaking, and that was when they came out with it was like the all white joints. They were all white. The all white lows. I'll never. Woo, I think I still have those at the crib somewhere.
you can argue whatever you want about Iverson and where he ranks in the history of the NBA, but in terms of his impact on culture in NBA, he's
Oh,
got to be top three.
I honestly, to be 100 with you, man to man, I feel like I would rank him number one. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna say him or Jordan.
yeah, like I mean, just in terms of just if you look at if you look at the modern day player now, Iverson honestly broke the mold and kind of opened up the door for tattoos. He
Yeah,
was super tatted up. I mean, you saw a few people braided up, but you didn't see as many people like locked down and braided up till after Iverson came. The
100.
sleeve, no one sleeved up until after Iverson. You know what
You
I
know
mean?
why he sleeved up?
No.
So he has a tattoo that said "fuck the world," and it
Oh,
was a globe,
word.
and it had a knife through it. And when he played on TV, they made him wear that sleeve.
You know what? And this is gonna sound real ill, man, because I sound real stupid. He's my absolute favorite player that has ever
Yeah,
played the league, and I never knew that.
yeah,
I knew it was because of his tat, but I didn't know because of that specific tat. I just thought because he
yeah.
had too many tattoos.
Yeah, I think it's because it had the F bomb on there, and then now, yeah, everybody's still wearing sleeves now. Like,
Oh,
there's no
word,
reason to
yeah.
wear a sleeve. I played basketball 15 years. That sleeve does nothing for you.
No, it really doesn't. I tried once. I remember when Kobe for a while there. I obviously did it for a little bit too. When they like I think Kobe had separated and or broken his finger, and he put the finger brace on,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then like he got rid of the finger brace, and so he had started putting like the finger warmer on. I
yeah,
tried
yeah,
that, dude. That does not. That just for me. That's just like that just solidified the fact like these dudes' shots are just that wet.
yeah.
Because that actually hurt my shot. I couldn't put backspin on it. I couldn't do anything. Like
Yeah, I saw KG did the same thing. It's like the almost like a sweatband that'll
yeah,
slide
around
through
the
together.
fingers, man. Like for me, that was always like I never really got down with a lot of like I love Jordan. Like Jordan, I mean, when Jordan played, you know, Jordan was my dude. You know what I mean? Like I love Jordan, but I loved him, I think, more for his shoes than anything. But then when Iverson played, like I identified more with Iverson than I did Jordan, just because like, oh, that's a little dude he's got to make his way. You know what I mean? And he
Yeah,
played so hard, and that's like I felt like that's how I played. I played hard. I mean, because I was always the shortest cat on the court. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like I always had to kind of be a bulldog, and I just felt like Iverson was just that cat. I mean, if you can't, obviously, if you can't out jump him, if you can't jump over him, you can cross him over. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that was always my thing. Like, yo, I'm gonna catch you. I'll catch you. Just but I just never. I mean, I like Jordan. Like, I really like Jordan, but I like the style that he brought to the game. And I like the fact he was like easily the best player that ever stepped on the court. But then but when he played Iverson, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You know what I mean? And then
Iverson's
when
nasty.
Kobe got in the game, I was like, oh shit, this dude he's just as dope as Jordan. I didn't really
Yeah,
I didn't rock with the OG Kobe Fro, but I rock with Kobe. And I just thought, dude, this kid speaks Italian and he's fluent in more than like 3 languages, and
yeah,
like he seemed like he just knew his stuff, and he was like aside from KG, he was the only cat that I had seen in a minute that came out of high school ready to play in the NBA.
yeah.
Like that's me
It
100.
was a
That's
weird time
like
because so many guys would come in the league out of high school and like, man, probably 70% of them flopped out.
yeah, man. So I was really. I mean, I rocked with Kobe early, but I just like I said, it was like one of those things where like, are you trying to be like Jordan? And it wasn't that he was trying
Yeah,
to be like Jordan. It was just like their swag was so similar. They walk the same. Their
yeah.
shot is almost the same. Like I mean,
Built the same. He's
yeah. So
6'6",
I'm like,
210, whatever.
yeah, and they had that same killer, that killer instinct, But I mean, at the end of the day, like Kobe was always like low key vilified. I'm like, I don't understand. This dude is the exact same as
Yeah.
Jordan is. It's just that Jordan came first. So I don't know.
That's
And then of
even
course,
now, though. Everyone's talking mess on LeBron, and who cares if he's better or not? Like, he's still so legit. Like,
yeah.
the argument doesn't matter.
Well, here's my thing, and we were saying this, and I'm just now starting to hear people talk about it, Mike, and this is crazy. But they're saying now, like, if LeBron had come before Jordan, there would be no argument that he's the best player that ever lived. Which is
Yeah, potentially.
but like, and honestly, that was something my dad had been saying. He said that 3-4 years ago. If LeBron had come before Jordan, and mind you, my dad is like a Jordan to the death type cat. He's like, if Jordan had come after LeBron, he goes, we wouldn't even be having this conversation whether or not LeBron was the best player that ever lived.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
think
like,
you
well,
say that for a couple guys, Like, what if Shaq was around in the 70s? Then, like, Will Chamberlain would be, Ixnay.
Yeah.
Elijah one would be whatever. Even Jordan could have been knocked down a peg just because Shaq would have been so ahead of his time.
Oh my God! Well, dude, if Shaq would have played, hell, Shaq had played in the '70s. I mean, who knows? I mean, what he played for the Magic? Magic would have been the old school Celtics.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, had they existed.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't. I mean, there's a lot of guys that I feel like that obviously they won't get their just due because Jordan played, which isn't a knock on Jordan. You know what I mean? It's not a knock on those guys. That Jordan was just ahead of his time. I'd always argued that, like, I feel like, Jordan was a great player. Had he played, in the era with Dr. J, I think that I honestly feel like Dr. J was that dude. Dr. J was that dude until Jordan came around. You know what I mean? Like,
he had a big impact on the league too.
He really did. Now I forget old boy's name. I can't believe I'm forgetting these names right now. But I was watching this special on him. Like, he was actually the first NBA player to actually get the shoe contract. I think he had a $5,000 shoe contract with Puma. What's his name? And he was like hella stylish. He always walked around with the fur coats. I can't remember. It'll probably come to me before.
Not Will Chamberlain.
No, it wasn't Will. I forget the dude's name.
I don't know who had a Puma. I think Vince Carter had a Puma contract for a year.
Vince had a Puma. He had Fila. He had a Fila contract.
Yeah. Grant Hill put Fila. Hey, Grant Hill never got injured. He could have been Kobe.
Dude. Easily. Grant Hill was that dude. Grant Hill was that dude. There's been so many. And honestly, the guy that me and my man Rome, he actually played. He hooped here at the university here. We'd always talked about Baron Davis. Like, Baron Davis kind of. He just kind of like just disappeared. You know what I mean?
He had about two seasons where he was untouchable.
He wasn't. He was that dude.
This era of basketball is what I watched like literally every single game ever. Like, because all the point guards were ruling the league. You had like Steve Francis, Baron Davis, Allen Iverson. So fun to watch.
And now, I mean, there's a few, but it's just I mean, it's hard for me to even watch the NBA now, man. I watch a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think, I think I might start watching it, like in a couple years. I just feel like a lot of these rookies, I feel like a lot of these rookies are going to be like legit, but it's just kind of like, I mean, I pretty much at this point, it's pretty much NCAA all day. Like, I'll watch any college basketball game because you just never know, because they still have that hunger, or when it comes to playoff basketball, then I'll be in there. But I mean, aside from that, I'm like, you get to the last. I mean, of course, I live in Spurs country, so everybody's like, all about the Spurs. I absolutely hate the Spurs. I'm a Mavs fan, so I like the
Mavs a lot. I was a big Jason Kidd fan.
Yeah, I was too. And then I don't even know. Like, I feel like Jason Kidd was like a modern day Isaiah Thomas, man. Like, he was that dude for a minute, and then all of a sudden he just kind of started shitting on people, and then people were like, I hate that guy. So it is what it is, man. But so you hooped all through school and everything, and like when did the weights and all that stuff? When did the fitness life start hitting you?
Hit me lightly when I was youngish because I was so short. Like, I was probably 5'8" or 5'9" and 160 in 8th grade, and right now I'm maybe I'm 5'9", 200 now. So I haven't grown all that much.
Right.
And so I knew I had to be faster. I knew I had to be stronger. I knew that every point guard was 6'3", at the D1 level. So if I wanted to play there, I had to get real. Luckily, I had super supportive mom and dad. My dad was really into sports. He coached basketball and stuff, so he got me a strength coach. So I started training a little bit then, but I didn't like it. I just knew I had to do it to become better at basketball.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. It wasn't until I played a little bit of junior college basketball. I was going to go walk on at a couple schools.
Right.
I ended up dropping out of school. Just hated it so much. College just wasn't for me.
Right.
And that's kind of when I found the weight room. So I had nothing else to do. I was like, all right, well, I'm either going to go play. The ABA is still around.
Right.
You don't get paid much, but I was going to go play in the ABA.
Yeah.
I was thinking about playing overseas. And I was like, all right, well, I might as well stay in shape and just in case something comes up. And that's really when I kind of found powerlifting. Probably 2010 maybe?
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, you found it. Like you had a couple years before I did. And then you just kind of. So you've always been in the SAC area.
Yeah, kind of always Northern California. And that's it. I didn't really travel much, man. My life was pretty much consumed by basketball. High school, a little bit of junior college play, and then after that, I was just working out. I started coaching high school basketball as soon as I dropped out of college. Just one reason to get court time.
Yeah.
It would give me a good excuse to be in the gym. And two, me and my high school basketball coach had a really good relationship, so I basically just went back and started assistant coaching for him.
Oh, that's sick. So like, yeah, man, it's a crazy thing. I was the first time, dude. It had, man, I don't know. It had to have been 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Like that was my first time going to NorCal, because like I usually travel when I'm lifting, and at the time I wasn't even really into powerlifting. I just always like going different places to lift, like just catching the vibe. And my mom was like, "Dude, go up to like Sacramento. I think you'll like it up there. Like people like real chill up there, and it's got a big time lifting scene." I'm like, "What? Really?" Like, mind you, I hadn't really traveled a lot. I mean, at that point I think I'd gone. It's just weird because I've done more international travel in the last like 5 or 6 years than I ever had prior. But before then, I've been out of the country more than I actually had, been inside the Inland 48.
That's
so
wild.
I was like, oh man,
IPF?
Huh?
Was that because of IPF?
No, man, I remember I did all like the cheerleading stuff. Like this is the first full year that I haven't just been full time cheerleading. Yeah. Before that, man, dude, no joke. I was probably in a different country every 25, 30 days, like different
just
country.
Competing cheerleading.
No, I was just helping like I think over the last like 7, 8 years, like, there's really been a big push to try to get cheerleading to the Olympics. So as a result of that, they actually made it's like an international cheer union. It pretty much would be like a Olympic subsidiary for cheer in order to be recognized. And so I think cheer just now received this last year they received provisional recognition by the IOC. So what my job was among it's like about 100 of us. We would literally travel the world, going just to different countries, from third world to industrialized, didn't matter. But if they had any type of cheer program or potential to have cheer, we would almost, if not introduce it, help them perfect it. So that when the time came for them to actually have a competition, that these guys and girls would actually be ready for the competition.
Yeah.
And so every year in Orlando, this is actually my first year that I won't be there. Every year for the last like 5 or 6 years in Orlando, they have the ICU World Championships, and it's pretty much it's like the cheer Olympics pretty much. And so, I mean, I think last year we had 100 and I think 10, 13 countries that came and competed. I mean, it's pretty crazy because there's like a parade of flags and. I mean, each country's announced. I mean, it's a really big to do. So that was my job for the longest, man. Like I would literally go from Jamaica to South America, Europe, Australia, and just do cheer camps and help these cheer teams. And then from there, you get them prepped and ready for the international cheer competition. And then at the end of April, very first week of May. Everyone would fly in from all over the world and have this dope ass competition. Well, like last year, I can use last year for example because last year they actually invited a couple of Olympic committee members to actually check it out and see what it was about. And I mean, rave reviews. And then I want to say probably a month or two afterwards, then we get the news that cheerleading has received its IOC, I guess provisional recognition, which is dope. So I mean, I know powerlifting's trying to do the same thing, and so
seems like such a battle, like,
dude. It's
because cheerleading, I know how popular it is here in the States. That's something, and even powerlifting now. But like, I think it was Chad Wesley Smith put up a fact on Instagram that there's like 35,000 curlers in America and USA,
right?
And there's only like 15,000 USAPL members.
Yeah.
So although we're growing, it's still like so small.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because and I think what is USA weightlifting? I think they're like at 27,000 members. So there's actually more curlers than there are Olympic lifters. Yeah, but we don't know that because all we know is our little bubble. So. Right. Yeah, man. So it tripped me out. I mean, when you like get off the plane and you're literally greeted by 30, 40 people that know nothing about where you're from. They just know you do cheerleading. Yeah, and then you get there and those 30 people end up turning to 300 people. So you ended up doing this camp in the middle. For me, me and one of my homegirls, we actually went down to Colombia. And so that's my first time going to Bogota, Colombia. And you think, oh shit, all I've ever heard about Colombia is the cartel, and it's
cocaine.
scary. And so you get there and you're smack dab in the middle of these mountains. I mean, and it's green as far as your eye can see, and you're like, yo, like, there's probably like a cocaine farm around here somewhere. You know what I mean? But all you're doing is, and you look at there's just a sea of people, and you're teaching them cheer stuff. And
that's dope.
And then you come to find out, like, wait, all the stuff that I thought, all these preconceived fears that I had about these people are absolutely, they're nil. It has nothing to do with that at all. They're actually just chill people. They just, they want to have a good time. So I mean, that's what I did for the first, I want to say, oh my God, from 2000, like from 2007 to like last year, almost 10 years, man. That's what I did, dude. Like just travel the world, try to spread this cheer life. So so when I came home, and I decided, like, I want to actually get into this fitness stuff. Not necessarily, I didn't really think about powerlifting. I just like lifting weights. And I just like going to different spots. But my man put me on, like, go to Sacramento and check it out. And I didn't know anybody. I mean, I didn't really know about anything, people and just the scenes at different spots to like maybe 2014, 2015. But yeah, it was like around 2012 and 2011, 2012, and then went there, fell in love with the spot. Because where I'm from like West Texas. Like, there's no trees. It's not green at all. And so, fast forward to, making it a Sac, I'm like, bro, there's nothing but trees here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we used to be called the City of Trees.
Yeah.
They just switched it to like City of Farm to Fork or something super lame.
For real?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that to us. City of Trees is so cool because we are. It's super nice up here. Like,
it really is.
Talk about preconceived like notions. Like, everyone thinks California, like beach, 80-degree weather, sunny, and that's nice and dandy. But that's LA and San Diego.
Yeah.
Like up here, it's like trees, mountains, rivers,
farms.
All that. Yeah, I love it up here.
Yeah, dude.
I almost like LA, but
I almost ended up going to UC Davis, man, to play football at one point, and I was like, "Wait,
Davis is nice."
Like, bro, this is like at the house. Like, there's just a bunch of this is Aggie land. Like, I had this at the crib. Like, I'm good. Like, but yeah, man. So when we went up there and then lifted a little bit, just had a good time. I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna come back here at one point, and then I didn't come back for another. Shit, it was like 3 years when I linked up with the Caffeine and Kilos dudes, and went up there and grind out. And I think that's when they like send me y'all's numbers and all that stuff to kind of get a hold of it and reach out to you guys. But yeah, I really fell in love with Northern California, man. I actually prefer it more than Southern California, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so
I do too. Everyone always talking like, Mike, why aren't you in LA? Like, because I'm obviously good friends with Barquan and Barbara Brigade and stuff. Like, I don't know if I can live in LA, man. Out here, I'm chilling. Like, I work on my laptop. I do my own routine. And if I want to like work or hustle, I'll travel to LA. It's only an hour flight.
I can't do LA like that.
I can't either.
Like, I can't either. It's crazy because I mean, like, dude, Ryan's one of my best friends. When he lives, I'm like, yeah, man, I'll come kick it. And every time I'm like, you know what, bro? Why don't you just come down here? Or I'll find some excuse, man. Like, let's just Skype, man. We can do the same work. We don't have to be beside each other. I just can't. Yeah. I mean, like, I can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't hate LA. I just don't love LA enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I think my max is I can do 3 days in LA, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I can't. LA and Vegas, man, they're neck and neck. Like 3 days max for me, both those spots. I'm like, I gotta go. Like,
yeah, LA's got a certain breed of people. I think
that's what I was about to say. Yeah,
there's good people for sure. Trickled in there, but there's a certain breed, and I just don't want to hang out with that.
Like, I'm not really down. I think what it is with LA is like I feel like there's a certain degree of pageantry that comes with being there. And that's not my steez at all. I'm like, all right, it's been fun. I got to dip. You know, like I've only like I think I've gone to Barbell Brigade 2 times in my lifetime, and like the people that are there are dope, but then you get those people that come in just to kick it. I'm like, yo, are you trying to lift, or you just want to get a shot in front of the sign? And you know what I mean? Like, I'm just but again, I'm old school about my thing. Like, bro, if I'm gonna put my body under these conditions and damn near kill myself every time I touch a bar, I gotta be in it. You know what I mean? Right. Like, I can't.
Well, you can do both too, right? Like, you can squat your face off and then you take the picture afterwards. It's cool, but if you're just there for the picture,
nah, man. And most people just like, I feel like when the 2 times I've gone there, man, there's been more people that were there for the picture than there for the grind. And I'm like, I'm like, oh well, I tried to get a picture with you. You didn't want to talk. Like, my dude, who wants to talk when they're in the middle? I'm like, I'm about to die. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, so yeah, like I mean, I rock with LA, but I can't, it's a nice place to visit, but it's not for me to stay, and it's crazy because like here lately, a majority of the people that I've met in terms of like my IG fam or whatever, they're all from like the LA area, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So then I'm trying to find this excuse, like, all right, listen, I'll come and kick it, but I can't come and kick it. Like, I'm trying to think of a way, but I don't know. I mean, let's just come to Texas. It's not easy that way, man.
Yeah, Texas is nice too, man. Last year when I was out there with you guys, it was my first time in Texas.
Oh, word, that was the first time?
Yeah. Houston. We were in Houston for a week before that, and then I met you guys in Austin.
That's right.
Houston was cool. It felt a little more like businessy. Like, it felt a little more like city, which is fine, just not my style either.
Yeah, Houston, the H it's a different breed, man. I don't really rock with the H.
It's kind of like LA.
Yeah, dude, it's sprawling, man. Like, people, people forget. Like, I think people sleep on Houston. I think Houston has like has the second or third largest Asian population in the United States.
I believe it.
I was just like, man, like, I mean, there's certain parts of Houston I'm like, oh, word. I literally, like, yeah, we're going to go to Chinatown. I'm like, we don't got no Chinatown. We're in Texas. Like, no, there's a Chinatown. I'm like, what? I lived there my whole life and I didn't know. You know what I mean?
I just remember looking out my window of the airplane, and they said, like, oh, we'll be landing in, like, 45 minutes. And I look out my window, and there's houses.
Yeah.
And there was houses all the way to the city for a 45 minutes. I was like, dang, this is the biggest city I've ever seen in my life.
It's sprawling, man. It's just all, like, just stimulated from that oil money, man. It's just oil.
Yeah.
Oil. People come from oil, and they ended up staying. And, yeah, man, it's I personally don't mess with Houston just because that place it's just traffic on traffic, bro. It doesn't move. I mean, but and then they're about their Rockets and their Texans and their Astros. And I hate all three of those teams, so I'm like, I can't even, and the Rockets are eating right now, so I'm like, God, I can't. I stay away from this team. Yeah, so
what's wrong with your Mavericks, bro? Nothing.
No, man, my Mavericks are trash, man. Like, we had 2011, and that's it. We have 2011. We had we had a Curry for a little bit, and then we have one cat that can dunk. That's it.
Is Seth still on the team?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I honestly, I haven't seen him in the lineup in forever. But I mean, cats get hurt and they're in and out. I mean, and the thing is, like, I don't necessarily watch a lot of hoops until playoff time. Hell, the Mavericks never in the playoffs. Right. You know what I mean? And then so Dirk's he's half on the bench half the time, because he's just older and everything. So I'm like, unless Dirk's starting or playing, I don't even care. And for a while there, I was rocking real hard with Chandler Parsons because I just thought like that dude was.
Yeah, he's nice.
But then I don't know what happened to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
he might have got traded.
Yeah,
he was on the Rockets for a second too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's just he's just kind of a traveling man now. So it's kind of it's just hard. It's hard being a Mavs fan, man, because you just the most interesting part of the of the team is the owner. And that's never good when the owner is like the most interesting part of your team. So I mean, but he's keeping them afloat. But I mean, they're talking about wanting to do it, get a new stadium and all this. I'm like, bro, you got to get dubs first. Right. But here's a crazy thing: if you go to one of those games, I mean, sometimes it's sold out, just out of nowhere. It just sells out. I'm like, wait, you have a losing record, but you're selling out. I mean, I don't know.
Texas doesn't seem much like a basketball place. Like, I know, like, Houston stuff, there's some hoopers, but like, it seems like such a football place. Just
dude, I will be 100 in this area where we live right now. Where I live right now, there's a couple, like where I'm from. There's like 2 or 3 like little spots where there's some pretty decent little hoopers in West Texas. But bro, around this area, around like the Austin, San Antonio area, there's usually a top. It's like a top 50 hooper. Usually, like it's like 2 or 3 of them. In this area. Dude, we have shit. I'm trying to think. There's a high school that puts out at least 6 a year, like 6, like they use like top 100, like USA Today top 100 hoopers. It's a little high school in Austin, man, and I mean, I put it this way, dude. They're such a sports. I don't know how they. I mean, it's a super rich part of Austin, but they're such a sports dominant high school. 2 years ago, like LeBron, like Nike came in with the Lamborghini and delivered delivered their cleats. LeBron flew in and like hand like they're just a super dominant. I mean, every other year they're winning. They're winning the state championship, or they're winning they're like a top 3 team for the football national championship. Well, now they have, dude, these like 3 families just started churning out these boys, dude. And I'm telling you, there's I think 2 of the boys are going like to OU. We went and watched the high school. I love watching high school playoff basketball.
I do too.
there's a spot like the high school here. It's such a neutral spot here in Texas. That's where everybody plays, and it's a super nice gym. So they came in that year. Well, that was last year. Last year they had, let me see, Ohio. I don't even know the guy's name. Ohio State's coach was sitting in the rafters. OU's coach was sitting in the rafters. Texas Tech's coach was in the rafters. One of Kentucky's recruiters was out there. Dude, there was like 8 or 9 guys just lined up for this one kid.
Yeah.
And he was a sophomore, dude. He's a sophomore.
Wow.
And he out of I think they're out of the San Antonio area. This kid was so nice, just real smooth. He's kind of light. He's like light in the ass a little bit, but like he was just smooth with it.
Yeah.
And they ended up not even paying attention to him because these 2 kids from Westlake, the Austin school, dude, they were just killing it. So, and they're 2 big men. I mean, and both of you look at them like they don't look like much, but both the guys were, they were juniors at the time. They were both, I think both of them were 6'9", and they were just killing it. The 1'6'9" kid, he doesn't necessarily have a lot of post moves. I'm like, well, why are they looking at this kid? Because like as soon as he's got the ball, the coach was kind of, you can tell when a coach is like, oh, that's the guy that I'm checking out. They're all kind of sitting up like, getting their notepad out, like kind of peeping him. I'm like, why are they even paying attention to this dude? Like he has no feet, like he has no post moves, but that dude had the wettest shot of any big man I've ever seen. He was splashing them from everywhere.
That's
like 2 steps,
game, man.
In his high school, 2 steps in front. This is no joke. 2 steps in front of the half court line, splash.
Yeah, that's the new game.
I'm like, all right, cool. Like, so I guess I'm paying attention to this dude. And then they have another kid that's he's gonna end up going to OU. And the thing is, like this part of Austin. It's all like all the the techie guys, man. So it's like all these geeky looking white dudes that are playing on this team. Like, no way. Dude, this kid that's going to OU, smoothest dude I've ever seen on the court, high school.
Really?
Like, and you look at him like his posture is kind of bad. He walks real like goofy, and he's not built like. I mean, he's tall. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6". Dude, when I tell you, he will jump over anybody in that gym.
Really?
Bro.
There's a kid on Instagram that keeps popping up on my stuff. A little white kid. He's like 5'9", but the kid has insane hands.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I think he plays for that team, like the blonde kid.
Yeah, he looks goofy too. He looks like, and then he's going nuts. And first I just saw clips by himself. I was like, that's fine. Like by myself, I can look really nice too. But then I saw some in-game clips.
Yeah,
like,
man,
shit.
And that's how it is. Like, in around here, it's still so Texan. You know what I mean? Like, so they played. They had like They had one black dude on their team, and I think he's like the point guard. And then they played. I forget the other team, but they were from like the Houston area, all black. That one white boy, and it was like the '96 Bulls. Like, you know exactly what that white dude. Yeah. There was no.
He better rebound or something.
He was all threes.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I swear on everything. I swear on that he did not miss one free throw, and I think he was like he started out like I think he was like 83% at 3-point. The kid did not. He barely missed.
Yeah,
so
just
like, dude, they were just. I mean, it didn't matter where they put. And then they couldn't cover him. He had such a quick release. I'm like, bro, like seriously. So it was funny because the guys were sitting with this guy Jason that sits with us. Like, he's an ex-hooper, whatever, man. Big tall white guy. He's like, yo, get the white boy, get the white boy. Like, it was the funniest thing because like, dude, they couldn't stop him. Well, you pretty much have an all-white team playing an all-black team, and I'm telling you, me personally, I was like, man, I don't know how this is gonna end because like, I don't know, because like. Obviously, like, the black dudes, they weren't necessarily playing with any type of, like, game plan. They were just going one-on-one. They literally was, like, ISO. Everything was ISO. And, like, they got up to, like, I think they were up, like, by 15 at one point. And it was, like, I don't know, halftime came around, and it was like, dude, the guy Roman that played ball with, at Texas State or whatever, he's like, bro, watch these white boys. They're so cold.
Some adjustments. Halftime adjustments.
I'm like, what? He goes, just watch these white boys, man. They're cold. For real? He goes, just watch. I'm like, all right. So we're sitting there, and it was like, it was a whole new team. I'm talking, everything was ISO. Like, and if it wasn't ISO, they were literally like taking it off the screen 3. Off the screen, they ended up winning by like 30.
Dang.
And the kid from OU, the goofy dude I was telling you about, he posterized like 4 guys at one time. I'm like, dude, this is this kid is nasty. Like it was like a 1-on-1 and a fast break, and it's so weird because I mean, even though the court is damn near the same, like a high school court looks like it's so much smaller.
Yeah.
And so he gets this fast break. I'm like, first of all, this kid doesn't have but maybe 5 steps before like the court's over with. All that dude needed was one. His first step is so quick. Black kid stands in front of him. I'm like, oh, this is about to be nice. The kid jumps and he just keeps going and going and going. I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe a step like in front of the free throw line. Maybe. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Maybe a step in front of the free throw line. He just keeps raising. At one point, he starts leaning. I'm like, this dude's about to lean. That's all I remember saying. He leaned on that dude so hard.
That's
like the
wild.
gym, I got up, ran around in my little circle, sat back down. I'm like, this dude. Yeah, man. So we have some hoopers here. It's just, like obviously it's not like, Ohio and it's not like the Midwest.
Yeah.
Like or in Cali, like I've noticed here lately, Cali's been like spitting out a bunch of like really nice dudes, man.
Yeah.
So
I think just because like we have good football players too.
Yeah.
It's not as much, but it's more like I don't know. But we have baseball as well. I think we have
Yeah.
a decent mix. California is just so big and so different. And
True.
not that Texas isn't big, but Texas has such a culture of like wrestling or football. Or even powerlifting.
Yeah.
Like it's got such just like a hard work culture.
Well, you
where
have to now,
California's
like
mixed.
people like I think now it's almost I think my generation with my class in high school was like that first class that you couldn't play football unless you powerlifted. You had to do both. Like you didn't have a question. And now it's just pretty much a given. I mean, and obviously with the growth of the sport, that's dope. But it's one of those things now. It's like, well, now you're getting these high school kids that are reaching out like, hey, can you do my programming? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what about your coach? Our coach did all ours, and it was on a chalkboard. Like, here, do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like now, I'm starting to get a lot of high school kids that are reaching out, especially from my old high school. It's crazy. A lot of them are reaching out, asking about programming and everything. I'm like, well, you might want to check with your coach because I don't know how that
Right.
works. Because I
You don't want to
guarantee
step on
you,
toes.
yeah, like I guarantee you, if I'd have done that during football season, my dad was All American and college All American and everything. But even my dad during football season, during the summer, we would train. Cool. But as soon as football season came, hands off. He sat in the stands, didn't say a word. So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you might want to talk to your coach, man, because like normally, especially now, the powerlifting coach is usually the strength and conditioning coach, who's usually the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, bro. I think you might want to talk to your coach or have your coach contact me, and if that's a thing that he's interested in, me doing for you, then by all means let me know. But like, it's I don't know, man. So as far as like, man, I just keep talking. It's not about me. It's about you right now. So you got a lot of projects, man, going on. Like you seem like you always. So like, I mean, I know you and your man Omar, like y'all was podcasts, businesses, and like, how did you guys link up?
A lot of the people that I met, it was cool because I did a lot of marketing and like outreach for Slingshot,
Right.
And that's kind of how I met everybody, which was cool. Like Mark had a huge history in powerlifting,
Right.
But he wasn't so like onto YouTube or podcast or anything at the time, and so that's kind of where I fit in. I just was like fans of it all because I tried to learn everything I could.
True.
And how do you learn? You just start reading everybody's stuff,
Exactly.
So. That's all it was. I just reached out to Omar probably in like 2014 or something and just said, hey, man, you want some wrist wraps and slingshots? And then we just became friends from there. That's kind of everybody I met. Like, you name it. Like, our homegirl, Katie Ann Rutherford.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, I just reached out. And then, luckily for me, I either got to interview them or lift weights or meet in the gym. Then you become friends. And my latest project, is podcasting with Omar. And like you kind of said, that's my favorite thing to do. So you just get to, like, one, you get to choose who you do it with because it's your podcast.
True.
Two, you just get to like chat and basically it's just a conversation with hopefully friends or people I think that are interesting.
True story. Yeah, man, that Omar, that dude's he's a character. Jeez.
Yeah, he's wild. He's just the same too. Like everyone thinks it's like a little bit of an actor or something. Like once you meet him, he's out of his mind.
Yeah, man, that dude's he's a different breed, man. I met him like my last time I was in Toronto, man. He was just and he actually came to me like he's like, yeah, I don't know if you know me. I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm like, okay, yeah, because I don't know you. Like, all right, yeah, no one knows. Like, I'm just good dude, man. Like that's y'all's podcast is hilarious, man.
Yeah, we got to get you on there. We just got to be in the same city. We're trying to do it always in person.
Yeah, that's fire too, man. Like that's a hard thing to do, man. But like if you do it, it's so like it's just it's a completely different feel, man. Like I've done a couple of those live, and it's like, oh, so this is what it's like. Yeah, I'm not at that level. Y'all got that? Yeah, that. Let me know how that works out.
Yeah, dude, it's hard. Yeah, that's why I was booking my flight this morning. I'm going to Toronto for a week, and we'll just try to bang out like probably 10 episodes in like 6 days. It's a lot of work, but like you said, it's a little bit different. I think it's especially with 3 people, like with me, him, and a guest, or even 2 guests.
Yeah.
It's just easier to vibe in person.
Oh yeah, it really is. I've done a couple with just 3 people, just via Skype. And I'm like, man, it's like you almost have to like almost play like hopscotch. You know what I mean? But like in person though, you can kind of just vibe off everybody, and like somebody will just get that conversational momentum going. It's like, yo, just go, you got it, go ahead, do it, do it. So that's what's up, man. I'm excited.
Exactly.
Like I think like I'm always like, they got anything dropping yet? All right, I'll come back in a minute. They got anything dropping? All right, they got something new. Like, so, and I think that's cool. Like, I mean, do y'all have like a set time when y'all drop them, or you just drop them when you drop them?
For the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is 2 a week. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, so like we went to the Arnold, and we only went to the actual expo for like half an hour, because the rest of it we were in the Airbnb podcasting. I think we did like 15 podcasts in 4 days.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude. So we drop them every Tuesday and every Friday, and we've been going for about 3 months now. So we'll see how long that lasts. It's
Bro,
a grind.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to get more of a set schedule, man. And honestly, I just started. Everyone I've talked to that actually does them, they've all been on the like, hey man, you need to, just try to just get as many as you can, and then you can decide when you put them out, which makes perfect sense. I'm just kind of like, man. I think I just like in the mood when I want to do one. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I wonder what so and so's doing. Let me hit them.
Yeah.
But then of course, it's one of those things where people kind of more so now people like they want to hear more about them, or they want to hear, they just want to listen to another podcast. Like, when's another one coming out? So you can't necessarily do it when you want to. You almost have to give them like, this is set schedule. So maybe I should subscribe to that and actually work a little bit harder, just amassing more and just like put them out whenever.
It's tough when you start to have like other things going on. Like if you're competing at the highest level. You're trying to still teach some powerlifting, teach some cheerleading, plus content, plus like apparel stuff you do. Like all those little things. It seems little, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's the weird thing, man. I think, and it's crazy because like I talk to so many people about the same thing over and over. Is the fact that when I was working a regular 9 to 5, I dreaded waking up. But I did it, you know what I mean? Because you had to do it. When I had a real job, you do it because you have to do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, the bills get paid because you do it. And, like, if I just keep doing it, and, I'll keep getting paid. That's what's up. When I decide, like, you know what? I'm going to do me. I'm going to do my own thing. Bro, I feel like I get up earlier now than I ever did. I mean, because if you don't work, you don't eat. And I think... I can't even say in this line of business, but just in this sector of industry, like you have to be just a little bit more innovative. 2, you have to, you just can't necessarily sleep, because if you sleep, people are going to sleep on you. You know what I mean? And so it's just like it's like straight grind mode at all times, but it doesn't necessarily feel like grind mode until your body's like, yo, you need to slow down. And so like I hit one of those moments a couple days ago where like I was in the middle of squats, bro, and I literally, the room just kind of started spinning. I'm like, word? Guess I'm going to sit down after I finish this set. But I guess it's, but at the end of the day, it's like you got to get it, because if you don't, someone else will.
Yeah, I think it was Omar. I was talking to somebody about how, maybe not, I forgot who it was, but the perfect actual job for a powerlifter is a 9 to 5. Because it's kind of basic, boring, and whatever.
Yeah.
Because powerlifting's hard. Like, to be at a top-level powerlifting, like, you need basic routine.
Every
like you
day.
said, when you're working for yourself, or you're working kind of in whatever the heck it is that we do, you don't have time to have a basic routine. Because if something pops up, like even Bart just hit me up. He's like, hey, next Monday you want to come down and shoot some stuff? I was like, I guess. Like, it's 6 days away. I'm booking a flight to L.A. Like, if I was at the level of powerlifting you are, I probably couldn't do that because my training has to get in, my sleep has to get in, my nutrition has to get in. Like,
I mean,
it's way harder.
And and that's the thing that suffers. Like the training, no matter what the training is, it gets in. No matter what, don't care what I have to do, where I have to go, but it gets done. But it's just the sleep and nutrition part. That's the part that suffers. Yeah. And I mean, you can only meal prep so much. You know what I mean? You got to be at home all the time, damn near. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or have somebody bring your meals. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. I love lifting. Everyone that does this, we love lifting at some point. But like, it's a part of my life, and it's a major part of my life. But like, bro, I'm not gonna stop living just for lifting. You know what I mean? Yeah. And because if that were the case, then right now I would be like, all right, cool, Mike. I would love to talk to you some more, but I got to get this hour nap in because I have to go get this. I got to get the proper amount of recovery time in before I go train. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, if you want it, you're gonna get it regardless. You know what I'm saying? You want to get it done, you're gonna get it done. So like, I don't even know. I still can't explain what I do. I can't even explain what I do to my mom still. You know what I mean? So what is it that you do? I'm like, Mom, if I could tell you, I would. Just, you know what I mean? Like,
there's no one word for it.
No, it really isn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then at the same time, I think like with any parent, they see how happy you are, as opposed to, maybe how happy you weren't before, and how, and how when you're like, I think every parent just wants you to, to be taken care of, you know what I mean? And they want you to be happy. And so like, I think, my parents, like, much like yours, they were super supportive. And I feel like I get much more of a push from them now than I ever did, even when I played football and ran track. And it was like, now that the older I get, I feel like the more they're like, no, you got this, right? You know you can do this. I'm like, thanks, Dad. Yeah, appreciate it. Love you too. Like it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? But then because for them it's more of an unknown. So like all they can do is kind of wish you well and hope you do well.
They got no real advice because we're putting our face on the internet and lifting weights.
My dad's like, what's gonna happen if somebody? He said, what if you get Kardashian? What if somebody just like decides that you're that person that they're gonna follow and they decide like they just want to try to destroy you? I'm like, Dad, let me tell you, if somebody is just that adamant about trying to destroy me because of me lifting weights, then I made it. We made it.
No, 100%. That's a good thing. You need some devils and some haters.
Like, bro, if they're out to get me like that, I promise you, then I'm probably a 7-figure dude, and you're living comfortably, pops. I'm telling you that right now.
I started to count my trolls on YouTube because I know the more trolls I get, the bigger I'm growing.
Jeez.
So I got a few trolls, but I need more trolls. Like,
bro,
it's the same as like the WWE, right? Like,
yeah,
you either got to come out and get a bunch of people cheering for you, or you got to come out and get a bunch of boos.
You
get a bunch of boos, you're getting the same check as the guy.
Exactly. I had my first video that had like 10 dislikes. I'm like, why can't you? What's not to like about this part? Like, you don't like this guy? Like, how do you not like him? Like, what did he do to you? Like, you know what I mean? And then they'll like, I forget what they put. They put something across my girl. She went. She's like, I'm deleting this. I don't like this comment. I'm like, now you're deleting comments? That's how you feel? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool, man. But for me, it's just like I think I get more defensive when I see people go on my friend stuff and just try to hate. I'm like, well, why though? Like, what did this person do to you? You know what I mean? Like, you send them a DM and they didn't answer it.
Yeah, it's a huge social experiment. It's kind of exciting to me. Like, it's psychology and like. It's a sociology. It's all like mixed into one. Like what a post is going to do well, or what someone's going to say about somebody else, or like if I tweet something, are people going to get pissed? Like I kind of like it.
Oof, man, I can't. Some days I'm like, man, I was laughing. I was telling my girls like, watch every single time. If I post something about it and a kid's in it, oh, I'm golden. You know what I'm saying? If I post something like, hey, I just squatted 7. I remember like I posted like my first like 700 plus squat. I think like it may have like 1,000 views and like 200 likes. Then I posted one of me like literally holding this kid walking out of the door. I'm like, wait, I'm getting like 1,000 likes for this? Like, this ain't even my child.
We can't relate to a 700-pound squat. That's why. I don't know what that feels like on my back, but we can relate to you hanging out with like your niece or something.
Sheesh, man. I'm like, these guys. Well, then okay, people can't relate. People can't relate to. Everyone can relate to lifting 135 pounds.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. I do 135. I might get 100 likes.
Yeah.
She does 135. She's going to get 1,000 likes off top. Like, come on, man. Get out of here.
That's the sociology, dude. I don't know. I don't understand that. I wish I had the recipe.
Let me be, you know what I mean? Like, I always like tease Nick and those guys like, you know what, man? I'm just going to start taking my shirt off, bro.
Yeah,
like
he's just a hunk, dude. He's
yeah, man. I'm like, I was like, Russ, how do I get 100? How do I get 100K? Do I need to take my shirt off? That's what I need to do. I mean, because I'm lifting weight. No, that's not working. I'm gonna need to take my shirt off. Okay, I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like,
cause that bottle, you gotta make yourself a little sweaty.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to do something. Oh, I got the sweat part down because I'm a fat ass. Like, I got the sweat part down. I'm straight. But yeah, man, I just have a couple more questions, man, and I'm gonna get out of your hair, dude, because we can literally be all day. So, man, like, all right, I see the Reebok. I see you rocking the Reebok. You know what I'm saying? You know we're gonna get the shoes at some point. So how, like, so you're a Reebok cat, huh?
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky to work with Reebok for 3 or 4 years, maybe 4 years, going on 5 years. They stepped really hard in kind of the fitness world, and through Kelly Starrett and CrossFit, and then through Mark and Kelly Starrett, they found me, and it's been fun, man. Growing up loving sneakers, like we talked about before,
bro.
loving Iversons, to have a relationship with a big shoe company's been sick.
Insane, man. And you rep them well, bro. You rep them really well. Like, as you know, it's funny because this is a conversation I've actually had a couple times with one of my man, because like he's diehard Reebok. Like, he won't wear anything but Reebok. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, man. Do you know Mike Farr? Silent Mike. He's like, yeah. He's with Reebok now, bro. He's with Reebok now. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I told you, that's how we do. I told you, that's how we do. Like, it's crazy because like I'm telling you, like, you go to his closet, bro, nothing but like classics, and you know what I mean, like Iversons. This dude's got like, he's got the OG Shacks, like the OG pumps. Like my first official, $100 pair of sneakers, I'll never forget. I paid $184 for the OG Reebok pumps.
Yeah, with the D Browns, black and orange.
No, the OGs. They were the gray, the blue, the they were like, the OG Reebok pumps.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the first pump they put out, man. I remember like
they're even higher top. They're like super high.
They were super high, yeah, man. Yeah. And I remember we went into Foot Locker and I saw him like, Mama, please. And the thing is, this is straight up man to man. Like, we never had like a hell of a lot of money. Like, I would mow lawns, I would do whatever it took, to save my portion. I'm like, well, if you can afford half, then I'll try to find the other half.
Yeah.
And I was like, how about this? My mom and I, my mom, she's a tall woman. My mom was like, we wear the same shoe size, and I like those shoes. We can share them. This is no joke.
That's amazing.
I was like, all right, Mama, we can do that. I was like, I will pay for at least half of them. I didn't know what the price was, because at the time, Jordans were only like $100, $115, $120.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking these Reeboks are going to be around $100, $120. So I had like $60. I was ready. We get to the counter, and I go and I get them like, hey, I want these size 9.5, size 10, whichever, doesn't matter. Guy goes, brings it back, and he goes, yeah, this is the last pair. I'm like, yeah, got it. $184.55. Like, what? $184? I was like, Mom, I don't got it. That's all I have. God, we'll get them anyway. So we got those things, and I'll be honest with you, I never wore those out. That was probably my first shoe ever, like, just stocked and just stared at them. My mom wore them a couple times. I just could not bring myself to put my feet in those things and walk on pavement. Like, I love them so much, man. I still have those. I still have them.
That's dope.
I still have those things, man. But yeah, man, they
finally started coming back with a bunch of them. There was like a little bit, the first like 2 years I was with them, they were really into fitness, and so they weren't like bringing up all these classics. But
yeah,
I think it was last year was like, maybe it was the 20th. I don't know what. Maybe 30th. Maybe it was the 30th anniversary of the Iversons.
The Iversons.
I think 96 or 7 was the questions.
Yeah, when they came out, yeah.
Yeah, so they did a different question for every month last year.
Dude, I was
like a different colorway.
Yeah, they got a lot of my money. I mean, I always like those OG dudes, man. Here lately, they've been getting a lot because like they have so many of those classics that they keep dropping. I'm like, oh, that's fire. Yeah. I actually bought. I got mad. Like shout out to Reebok, by the way, because you probably got. I know you got some hate mail from me last month because I ordered a pair of. They came out those Grinches, the Fury Grinches, the Fury Pump.
Yeah.
They came out with those, and it was a surprise drop that came out of nowhere. So I'm like, I'm getting a pair. I'm gonna get 2 pairs. So I got me a pair. I was gonna get my girl a pair. And so I was like, all right, well, I think she's like a 6.5, something like that. You know, order my 10, order the 6. Go to the cart, go to pay. Sorry, your card has been whatever. I look, I'm like, wait, there's only the 6.5 in there. Wait, where's the 10? Where's the 10?
Oh no,
man, dude.
They sold out that fast?
Maybe 3 minutes, maybe.
Wow.
But this is the thing. It's somebody, I don't know how, but I'm in the process of paying. I literally am clicking. So how is it from the time that I click to the time that the new splash page comes up that somebody takes it out of my cart? So
I remember that back in the day, though, trying to get Jordans that way. And just shit would disappear, errors would pop up, your browser wouldn't load. I'm just freaking out, slamming my laptop.
Man, that's the first time that's happening. But not with Reebok. Like, Reebok, even, there's been a couple, like, limited, like, those, they had some, the Omni Pumps, the orange joints that I have. I ordered those, and they went away pretty quick. They were going.
Are they like they're like the Halloween ones or something?
The Halloween, the Halloween editions. Though they did that, but I still was able to get those. But these, for some man, I don't know how. So I called, and the guy's like, "What happened? What happened?" I'm like, and I told him, he's like, "Well, that doesn't sound right." I'm like, "I know, right?" I was like, "So here's the thing. I know those shoes are still in stock. They haven't been shipped off. I'm telling you exactly what happens. You can look at my bill and see where you can look at. I'll show you the splash page. I'll show you everything. Like, I had everything. I screenshot everything, and he's like, "Yeah, man. Let me see what I can do." Comes back 5 minutes later. Yeah, man, they're sold out. I was like, "I know that. That's what I'm telling you, man." Those things. It was a wrap. So I was like, "All right, no big deal, whatever, man." And then I got to think about. I was like, "Wait a minute, bro. I buy at least 10 pair of Reebok a year. Nah, man. Nah, that's not gonna slide." So I write this letter. So let me tell you something. I'm so unofficial. I'm not formal at all in anything in my life, but unless it comes to writing a letter. I will write a letter on anything. So I'm writing this long formal letter to Reebok about like how I've been, I was one of your first OG purchasers of the pump, and I bought I took I took it back, man. I took it back like to 1995, 96. Thinking like, this guy really needs these. All I wanted was the Grinches, man. You know what I mean? The thing is, what did it was, I think that like those Furies like normally like 120, 140. I think those Grinches, I think they're like a 160. Dude, they were on sale for like $30.
Yeah, that's probably
after discount and everything else. I'm like, oh wow. So like they must have had a lot left in stock. So I'm like, man, I'm trying to get these things. And I told him, I was like, dude, I don't even care about the sale. I will pay like retail for them. I just want these shoes. I wanted these forever. I was on the mailing list when they got restocked, and I didn't even get the restock message. It just happened. I just happened to get an update from I think Sneaker Steal or something. I'm like, oh, let me get these. Man,
you go through Reebok's website itself?
No, I didn't even get it from Reebok. I got it from.
Yeah, because I was gonna say there's like a Bait. I think Bait New York. They carry a lot of Reeboks.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the. They did the Stranger Things Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
And those sold out, same thing, like 10 minutes. And that's even with my hookup. I'm texting my guy, like, hey, bro, get me these. And he's like, I can't. And he's literally in Reebok headquarters. Man. He's like, bro, they're selling. Like, we can't do anything in here.
Yeah, that one hurt my heart. And I think I tried to get the Kendricks.
Yeah.
Couldn't get those. Those hurt my heart. I'm like, man, Reebok, what are you doing to me? And I think all it was this was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I'm like, come on, man. Like of all shoes, this is the one. The Grinch is the one that just does, So, but yeah, man. I feel like it's definitely a good look, man. Because I feel like a lot of people, I feel like Reebok's that type of it's that type of shoes. Like, you don't necessarily have to have a lot of style, but you have to have some swag to rock Reebok. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like any old person rocks Nikes. And I'm just being honest. Any old person rocks Nikes, and it is what it is. But I've noticed the people, at least in my circle, that rock Reebok, they tend to have a kind of higher degree of swag. It's kind of one of those things.
I think some of that comes from like Europe and stuff. Like Reebok's still killing it in Europe. What Adidas is doing here, Reebok's doing over in the UK. You know? So like, I've always kind of been, because of basketball and hip hop and whatever, I've always kind of been into fashion. I don't even know why, just because I guess it's part of the culture. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's just the classic leathers. Even some of those Kendricks. Those Kendricks are like the only ones I have dead stock right now in my closet. Just the same thing, I can't like wear them. I'm like, well, one Kendrick left,
Yeah.
so like who knows what's gonna happen with these things? They're gonna be worth something in a
Oh
while.
yeah, for
And two, they're
sure.
just so pretty. They're hard to get.
Man, me, I can't. I just, I don't know, man. At this point, I'm just like, dude, just give me these Grinches, man. I know it's like I'm so butthurt about those things, man. Like I said, there's not a lot of shoes that I just like lose my mind over, man. And those are ones I lost my mind over. They do. Reebok always comes out with like, I feel like at least once a year they come out with a shoe. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
And like they've been killing with those, like with the leather classics, man. Dude, I don't even. They've taken so much of my money, like so much of my money. Like
those are just like a great like everyday shoe. Like
they really are, and they
kind of wear whenever.
But you got to have swag to wear them because, like, I mean, like I said, there's not, I don't know. Like, I mean, I feel like the person that would get the classics is the same type of person that would try to rock some Cortez classics. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can rock some Cortezes, but I mean, you got to have swag to rock Cortezes. But you really, I feel like, in my opinion, you have to have legit swag to rock some classics because, like, you can't just rock it with anything. Like, there's a certain, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain thing, there's certain shirt, certain pair of shorts, certain set of socks is needed. You know what I mean? Like, and if it's not laced right, you're like, you're trying too hard.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it too. And you even like have to know what's going on because you don't just fall across those shoes. Like you fall across some Nike free runners or some whatever, fly knits or something.
Yeah,
you just come across that and you start rocking. But you don't just come across some classics. Like you pinpoint those.
You gotta find them. Like there's a couple stores that they have them out. And I'm like, oh man, but then they don't have my size. They came out I got these navy leather classics. They're fire, but they had these maroon leather joints that I was trying to get with the gum bottom. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you right now, I'll fight an infant to get these kicks.
Yeah.
And they don't have them in my size, man. They have them in every size but. Like, man, no one with a size 14 plus is gonna wear those shoes anyway. And no one with a size 7 and below is gonna wear those shoes. Like, but everybody in between, I suffer. So yeah. But yeah, man, I
think my favorite Reebok are ventilators. You know the ventilators?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite Reebok. If I had to wear like every day or whatever.
That's a tough looking shoe too, man. Those are like super, super tough looking. Because I think like the ventilators, they're like that. They have such a classic silhouette. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, and you can't almost wear them with everything, but you can wear them with like enough stuff. Like, all right, I see what you did. You know what I mean? Like, you can go ahead.
I think I posted a picture of them back probably a couple years ago. A pair of ventilators I had. I think Ed Cohn messaged me and said he used to lift in those like back in the day because they're like a straight tennis shoe, right? Like,
yeah.
You wouldn't have, like what else were you going to use in the whatever 80s? Like you just grab a tennis shoe and you start lifting in it.
I watched. I was cracking up on Ed once. He had on some. He was doing This is when I first started trying to like really get decent at my lifting. I went on YouTube and he's doing a seminar on how to deadlift, and he was demonstrating how he does his hybrid deadlift or whatever. And he's in a pair of 92. It was 92 Jordan 7s. There were 7s. The Olympic. I was like, what? Ed's J'd up. He had on some.
Amazing.
Yeah, he had on. It was like it was some 7s, man. Like the 92s. I'm like, these are Olympic 7s, bro. Like where? Like I see you swagged up, Ed. I didn't even know him at the time. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. So Jordan probably gave them to him. Hell, knowing that, like there you go. But yeah, man, oh shit, that's the question I was gonna ask you, bro. Because this is no joke. This is when I was like, I gotta fuck with Mike super hard after this. You'd already been with Reebok for a minute. When you did that dance joint with Chachi.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I mean, I know you cut a rug and everything, bro. Like bro, I'm such a dance fiend.
Are you?
It's insanity. Like, yeah, I followed that chick since she was like a baby, So like,
she's still a baby. She's like 21.
Yeah, like when she was like 13 when I first started, like like peeping her journey or whatever, man. Like I'm a huge fan still, but I was like, what? This dude is out there. Like this is no joke. I remember I called Ryan. I was like, bro, Mike is out here doing it, dude. Like that alone for me, where I was like, all right, man, like I fuck with Buddy for real. Like that was huge.
Yeah, Chachi's dope. She's super cool, dude. I was a little nervous too because I kind of obviously knew who she was, and then the Reebok kind of made it happen because she
Right.
was with them. But then I started watching a bunch of her videos. I was like, shit, like she's real.
She's the
Like
real deal.
same thing. Like I dick around. I watch some music videos and dance, but like she could dance.
She's
And
real.
then I think my guy, because we had like different managers at Reebok, my guy like sold me really well, like telling her person like, oh no, Mike can dance. Like when you tell a dancer someone could dance, like that's different than me saying like I could dance.
Yeah.
It's so different. And so we show up and she has a whole routine ready. And so like they ended up cutting up the video so it looks good. But I'm sitting there just hella nervous, like, and I was real with her. I was like, Chachi, I can't do any of this. Whatever you're trying to make me do right now, I can't do that. I can't count. I don't know what boom chop means. Like, I don't know what. I can't do any of that, dude. I was like, Chachi, we're gonna need a lot of editing to make this look good.
Yo,
we were there like 3 hours, and I didn't learn anything because I'm just so bad. It was hard,
dude. Yeah, hey man, listen, the power of editing, bro. Like that's
yeah, it is.
That's oh wait, oh you're your man Connor. That's your
Andrew.
Is Andrew?
No, my video editor.
Yeah,
Connor,
bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, like I'm so random. I'm so random in these things, man. Like bro, that dude. Sheesh, man. Like I think that's been my thing here. The last, I mean, people that follow me, they know like how I get down. Like I mean, as much as I'm a fan of you guys in front of the camera, dude, the guys behind the camera, the guys behind the editing, bro. Like shout out to Connor, dude. He's
a beast,
bro. He's nasty with it, man.
Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, I'm trying to move him up here right now. That's what we're in the process of trying to get a new place to live, and then he's graduating from Berkeley. UC Berkeley, so I'm trying to move him up here so he can live with me and just smash away content.
That dude he's a realist, man. Like that kid is. I'm gonna put his info up too, so you guys can check him out because he's nasty with it, man. There's a few of those young guns out here, man, that they literally black out, when they get behind the editing software. I'm like, what? Like Connor's one, Chad Nutter's one, Zach Kravitz is one, Brandon is one.
It's cool because a lot of them are like self-taught too.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah,
Connor literally just YouTubes it or podcasts it or whatever and learns how to do it. I'm like, shit.
That's how and of course me, I think I was actually talking to Zach. I'm like, man, I need help. He's like, yeah, man, just let me know. We'll get you right. I'm freaking Connor the same way. I'm like, hey man, like how do you do this? Like, man, just DM me. I'll tell you. I'm like, what? Yeah. That's it? Yeah. So yeah, man, it's. Yo, shout out to all those boys out there behind that camera, behind that editing software, man. Because you guys are real MVPs.
Yeah, they're working.
I'm trying to do it on my own, and I suck, bro. Like literally,
I did it for a year. It's hard.
It's hard, man. It really is. I mean, you kind of find what you can do. Like I've literally found what I can do, and I stick with it. I venture a little bit away from. Like, nah, that's not how it's supposed to be, and I go right back to square one. But yeah, man, shout out to Connor for real. All right, I'm gonna ask you these questions, bro, and we'll get out of here, man.
All
right. So everybody knows this. I ask the same questions over and over. So if you were stuck on an island, what are 3 things that you would take with you?
I don't know, man. I need some kind of music device. So I used to say whatever, like a iPod. I don't even know what people use anymore, but now I use Spotify. So whatever could play me some Spotify.
Okay.
I might bring my PlayStation. That's a real good waste of time if I'm bored on an island.
True story.
And then, I don't know if this is possible or bending the rules, but I'll probably bring a Chipotle with me. The whole Chipotle building. And just place it down there.
Are you about that Chipotle life like that?
Bro, I eat a lot of Chipotle and Chick-fil-A are probably the only... Right now I live in, like, the suburbs, so there's no, like real food, you know? Like, that's why I'm excited. I'm trying to move more downtown where I can get some, like, mom and pop type places. But out here, that's all there is, and that's all I eat. So if I could throw down a Chick-fil-A or a Chipotle, PlayStation, Spotify, I'll be pretty set.
Jeez. All right, cool. I'm with that. I mean, I can't even be mad at you about. I'm like, hey, you know what? To each his own. Okay, I'm gonna ask one more island question because I feel like this is actually a good one. If you had to take one album with you, you can only take one album. You can't take Spotify. You can only take one album. What one album would you take with you?
This is not what my favorite album is, and it's not what the best album is. But what I might take with me, it might be Nas and Damien, Distant Relatives, because because there's a mix on there. You kind of have like some hip hoppy songs,
Yeah.
but you also have some like island vibe songs,
Yeah.
a little more reggae. So if I'm on an island, and there's even some like slower, almost R&B-ish songs on there. So I might go with something like that, just because the versatility of it.
True story. True.
Or something classic, like a Bob Marley album, or something that you
Yeah.
can always just vibe to. Even like a Stevie Wonder or a Bill Withers,
Yeah,
something of that nature where I could really chill.
Yeah,
I don't
Ryan
know,
had me
man.
tripping. I think like Ryan said, like he was actually he picked, I think, Ziggy Stardust is what he picked. Yeah,
Really?
a David Bowie joint. Because it was that glam rock, that 80s, that late 70s, 80s, early 80s, man, when they had the androgynous look and like those, like those singers, dude, they had to be able to sing. That, I mean, and all that style of music back in that day was like, it had a little bit of hip hop, had a little bit of rock in it, had a lot of pop in it, so it was a little bit of everything. And he goes, well, I don't know how long I'm going to be on the island. This is true. He goes, so if I'm there for a long time, I need something that I can listen to. He goes,
classic.
Yeah, so, I'm like, dude, I still probably would have gone with like a Wu-Tang Triumph because it's a double CD, and I literally would have gone with something like that. I don't know.
I don't know either. I never really got into Bowie. I really like Queen. I listen to a lot of Queen. Similar world. Maybe I need to get Bowie more of a rock.
Dude, Bowie's he's that, honestly, man, like, I think Bowie, it's just hard because, like, you get, it's almost like if you get one, you almost get them all, even though you don't necessarily get them all, but you listen to a little bit of Queen, you hear a little bit of like, that boom and bap, a little bit of that thump, in Queen, and, Freddie Mercury's voice can pretty much lace any music to be 100 with you. And then, David Bowie, he's, he has a deeper baritone, man, and it's just like he was always, always on like some next level in terms of just like, all right, so now you're outer space. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
so it's kind of,
I like that.
he's kind of on some, it just, I don't know. He was, I feel like he was almost like the outcast of, he's like the outcast of that glam rock era. Like he's just always on some next level. But yeah, I was always I've just always been a big music fan altogether, and so for me, I never found anything that like, oh, I'm gonna rock with this guy. I was always like, you know what's gonna give me chills, and whatever music at that point gave me chills. Like I still to this day, that's how I rock. Like, I mean, I think me and Eric Conrick, we talked about music at length, but I'm like, even now, like if it doesn't move me, I don't care if it's mumble rap. I don't care if it's the classic. If I don't get moved by it, I don't mess with it. You know what I mean? And so like I've been really on some I've been like on a lot of classics. I've been like dipping back to the crates, listening like to Big L and KRS-One and fucking like stuff that I honestly at the time I didn't even listen to back in the day.
Right.
Like, I'm just now starting to really rock with a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of like the old school Common, a lot of like Mos Def and Talib Kweli and a lot of just like stuff that I guess was essentially backpacker stuff back in the day. So that and freestyles, dude. I'm a freestyle fiend. Like I'll listen to freestyles.
I'll get caught up on YouTube in the freestyles, like different interviews or whatever.
Man.
I get caught up.
But there's so many. And for me, that's my thing. Like if you don't have a 16 in terms of your freestyle, then I don't listen to you as an artist. I'm like, because you don't even have you can't even. It's just so even Drake, even though Drake might be a lyric stealer and all that stuff. I don't care. When the time came for him, Drake to have to spit a 16, he did. It wasn't the greatest, but he did. You know what I mean? How even Migos just tried to spit a 16, and it's been horrible. But they've done it.
They went after it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then you get cats like this Little Yachty and like all these cats, like they literally will they will do everything they can to avoid doing a hot 16. So I mean, I think for me, I think the youngest cat that I've been rocking with real heavy, solely based off of his freestyle ability was Vince Staples. And now I'm such a god, dude. If you ever get a chance to listen to any, Vince Staples has one, I think his first freestyle he did on Sway in the Morning, murders it.
What about our boy Shia LaBeouf?
He actually is pretty decent.
Bro, not bad.
He's actually pretty decent. Like you
dude.
You can't be mad at him. Honestly, when I see like Shia LaBeouf, I'm like, dude. I mean, he actually spits harder than a lot of these these so-called rappers. You know what I mean? So I mean, he's nice. Damian Lillard's really nice.
Damian's really nice.
He's super nice.
Yes, Shia's flow was a little off, but like lyrically, it wasn't bad.
He was like he's on point. What's his face? I've actually downloaded a couple of his songs. Iman Shumpert.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
He's pretty.
I've never heard it. I've heard Damien. For sure.
Damien's nice. I don't know that there's another player in the league that I know of that's as nice as Lillard is.
Maybe. Because everybody had an album. It was pretty bad. Shaq, Kobe.
Shaq's was horrible. Kobe's was horrible. But even though I think they did an interview on Shaq in his him putting together his albums. He wrote all his own stuff, and and they say he was a perfectionist in the booth. Like he wouldn't stop till he felt it was right. You know what I mean? And I think that first album, I had it. I'll admit I had it because he had Method Man on it.
I didn't even know that. That's
he's got a song called No Hooks. Right, it's on my playlist as we speak. Like I still play it to this day. It's called It's like something like No Hooks, or We Don't Need No Hooks, or something like that. And Shaq does his part, but he has the RZA. He has a few of them. Yeah, he has a few of the. I think RZA. I think he has Ghostface, and he has Method Man.
That's dope. That's probably a good song, then.
Yeah, man. And I mean, that's when he started calling himself Shaq Fu. Yeah, because he was kicking with the Wu-Tang Clan real heavy. I mean, it is what it is. All right, man, I'm going to get you this last question, man. I'm going to get you out of here, bro. All right, so everybody knows, like I always ask, man, if you got cornered in an alley, man puts a gun to your face and is like, hey, man, I need you to either spit a high 16 or sing a hook in a song or you're a dead man. Could you do either or?
I think I got a couple songs that I'd pull out. This song, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called A Thing Called Love by The Darkness. It's like a wannabe Queen song, and I think I'd choose something of that nature just because hopefully I'd make the guy laugh before he shot me or stabbed me. Number two might be I might go into like a Michael Jackson and try to dance and outperform him so he doesn't stab me. And if I had to spit something, I think if the pressure was really on, I could probably freestyle at least 8 bars. Can you
freestyle 8 bars right now? That's the question.
No, I can't. I need more preparation.
You need more prep?
Preparation. I need more prep and more caffeine. Next interview, when we have you on the Mama's Voice, we'll spit.
Oh, we'll spit. Like, I'll spit all day. I don't even care. Like, I'll embarrass myself. I don't care at this point, man. But Mike, I honestly appreciate your time, man. True, like I said, I mean, I know you're busy, man. I know you got a lot of stuff going. So, man, I won't take you up more of your time, man. But I do appreciate your time and, you know what I mean, just sitting down and chatting with your boy. We'll definitely have to do this again. I'll give you forewarning. You know what I mean? You'll have to spit. But yeah, man, I'll be ready.
I'll be ready to rap next time.
All right, man. I appreciate your time, bro. I'll get at you a little bit later, man. But like I said, where can you be reached? Where can people find you?
Mama's Voice Podcast with Omar, Silent Mike. Find me on YouTube mostly, a little bit of Instagram, and then hopefully in a city near you.
These boys said a little bit of Instagram. You know how much followers this dude has?
Yeah.
A little bit of Instagram. Look at him, humble. He's humble, like the humble champion here. But yeah, man, I'll make sure I get all that stuff up, man, and I'll shoot you a link and all that good stuff, man. But I do, like I said, more than anything, I really appreciate your time and efforts, man. And bro, keep impacting the culture, keep inspiring people like myself, man, and I'll let you make your way, bro.
Good chatting with you, dude.
All right, man. You have a good one. Thanks, bro.
Later, buddy.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a good time. So, if you want to see more of these, like, comment, subscribe, tell your people about them. I mean, we have a few episodes in. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm no rookie to it, but we're trying to make things better, man. So if you have any suggestions, any people that you want to see, please comment it. Let me know. Send me an email at lsmcclain, lsmcclain7@gmail.com. And dude, we'll try to get some of those people, man. I'll reach out to as many people as possible. If there's some people that you feel like you would like to hear me talk to, send them my way. It'd be cool to talk with as many people as possible because I think this is fire and I really, really, really enjoy this. Other than that, man, I think it's a wrap, man. If you want any cool gear, any Ellis McClain gear, McClain Circle gear, you know what I'm saying? You can easily find that at lsmcclain.com. If you want coaching, lsmcclain.com. If you want to know what my life's about, lsmcclain.com. And you should be Gucci, man. This is fun, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, the subscription thing, it's down there somewhere. I don't know what it is. So I think it's down there or down there. I don't know. It's one there. But yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. We'll keep turning them out as long as you guys keep loving it. Peace out.